All right, pause whatever you're doing for a second, because this story messes with everything you think you know about money. And real quick, if you enjoy ancient stories that quietly change how you see the modern world, you're in the right place. Subscribe now, because this channel exists for moments exactly like this. Imagine living in an ancient world where gold meant power, where empires rose because of it, wars were fought over it, kings measured their worth by how much of it they could stack in a room. Now imagine a society that looked at gold and said, "No, we don't want it." Not because they couldn't get it, but because they believed gold would destroy them. And here's the wild part. For a long time, they were right. Let me tell you about one of the strangest decisions in ancient history and the society that rejected gold on purpose. This wasn't a myth. This wasn't philosophy written on paper. This was law. In ancient Greece, while cities like Athens chased wealth, art, and luxury, there was one society that went in the opposite direction: Sparta. And Sparta didn't just dislike gold, they banned it completely. In most of the ancient world, wealth was freedom. Gold bought influence, it bought comfort, it bought power. But Sparta believed gold did something else. They believed it weakened people. Sparta wasn't built to be beautiful, it was built to be unbreakable. From the moment a Spartan child was born, life was about one thing: strength. Comfort was suspicious, luxury was dangerous, and wealth was a threat. The Spartans believed gold created inequality, that inequality created jealousy, and jealousy destroyed unity. And unity was everything. So they did something radical. They removed gold and silver from daily life. No coins, no jewelry as status symbols, no hoarded treasure. Instead, Sparta used iron bars as money. Not small ones, heavy, ugly, impractical. So heavy that you couldn't carry much at once, so worthless outside Sparta that no foreign merchant wanted them. This wasn't an accident, it was the point. You couldn't get rich easily, you couldn't hide wealth, you couldn't bribe officials quietly, and most importantly, you couldn't live a soft life. Imagine trying to build a mansion when your money is literal iron bricks. Imagine trying to flex wealth when no one cares.
Sparta wasn't trying to be rich, it was trying to be disciplined. In most societies, wealth separates people. In Sparta, everyone ate the same food, lived in similar homes, wore similar clothes. Even kings weren't exempt. Because Sparta didn't worship money, it worshipped stability and war readiness. This decision shaped everything. Spartan citizens didn't work traditional jobs, they trained constantly. Farming, crafting, trade, that was done by others. Their entire economy was designed to free Spartan men from distraction. Gold distracted, comfort distracted, ambition distracted, and Sparta didn't want distracted soldiers. This mindset created one of the most feared military cultures in history. Other Greek cities produced poets, philosophers, architects. Sparta produced warriors, and for centuries it worked. While other cities collapsed from corruption, debt, and internal conflict, Sparta stayed rigid, predictable, unified. Foreigners found Sparta strange. There were no grand palaces, no gold-covered temples, no massive markets overflowing with luxury. Visitors often described Sparta as bleak, but also intimidating, because nothing there felt fragile. Now here's where the story gets uncomfortable. Sparta's rejection of gold didn't come from kindness, it came from control. By eliminating wealth, Sparta eliminated choice. You couldn't buy your way out of duty. You couldn't purchase influence. You couldn't escape the system. Everything about Spartan life was decided for you. What you ate, how you trained, how you lived, how you died. Gold would have given people options, and Sparta didn't want that. Freedom, in their eyes, was dangerous. So they built a society where personal wealth was meaningless. Only service mattered. Only strength mattered. Only loyalty mattered, and as long as everyone accepted that, the system held. But here's the thing about rejecting gold.
You don't eliminate desire, you suppress it. Over time, cracks began to show. Other Greek cities grew wealthy through trade and innovation. They built navies, developed new technologies, expanded influence through economics, not just warfare. Sparta stayed rigid, and rigidity doesn't age well. Their iron money kept them isolated. Their refusal to adapt limited growth. Their distrust of luxury became distrust of change. And slowly, their strength became a weakness. They struggled to fund long wars. They relied on allies who did use gold. They fell behind in naval power and infrastructure. Eventually, even Sparta couldn't ignore reality. Gold crept back in. Not openly, not proudly, quietly. Once that happened, the system they built around rejecting wealth began to unravel. Inequality returned, corruption followed, discipline weakened. Sparta didn't collapse overnight. It faded. And that's the part most people miss. Sparta rejected gold to protect itself from human weakness. But human nature doesn't disappear. It waits. And when conditions change, it comes back stronger. This story isn't just about Sparta. It's about values, about what societies choose to reward. Gold isn't just metal. It represents comfort, status, security, freedom. Sparta believed those things made people soft, and in some ways they were right. But they also learned something else. A society can reject wealth, but it can't reject change forever, because the world doesn't stop moving, and systems that refuse to adapt eventually break. Still, there's something haunting about Sparta's choice. They looked at the most desired object in the ancient world and said no.
Not because they couldn't have it, but because they feared what it would turn them into. That question still matters. What do we value more? Comfort or resilience? Freedom or unity? Wealth or purpose? Sparta chose one path and paid the price. So when you hear about gold, money, success, remember this. One of the most powerful societies in history believed that the very thing everyone chased was the thing that would destroy them. And for a long time, they were right. Sit with that for a moment, because sometimes the most dangerous thing in a society isn't what it lacks, it's what it desires too much. All right, that's it for today. If this video made you think differently about wealth, value, or gold, hit that like button. And if you want more deep dives into history that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about how societies work, subscribe and turn on notifications. Drop a comment and let me know. If you could redesign our economy from scratch, what would you value more than gold? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.